Cameron Joshua has been appropriately charged.
Does Cameron Joshua know who shot Takeoff?
We will discuss that with the DA's office if we decide to.
And through that, we were able to deduce that Patrick Clark is the lethal shooter in the case. And that's why he's being charged with murder.
We see his picture attached to this one. How is he connected to this case? What's his status?
He was there on the scene and he was in possession of a weapon. He's a felon.
They used to say words couldn't hurt me. Videos just my name, they getting thirsty. Go ahead and put him in a hearse. It's getting murky this time, I deserve it. I'm ready for whatever war said. He been a matador, stand for the things I'm dreaming for.
I want to put together a nice little compilation for you, because in that 20 minutes press conference, I break it down to a couple of minutes. Y'all with me? You don't see this video at 3,000 likes? Let me earn it. After the time I drop this compilation and you feel like I did a dope job, subscribe and hit that like button. That's all I ask. Let me earn it right here real quick. Ready? I got you.
I'm a prosecutor at the Harris County DA's office. So just our statement is we believe Cameron Joshua has been appropriately charged in this case, and we're continuing our investigation into the death of Takeoff.
Can you tell us what happened in court today?
Sure. Cameron Joshua has been charged with 2 counts of carrying a weapon, and it has only tangential relationship to this shooting involving Takeoff. He's not being charged with the shooting. I think the DA's office knows the difference between carrying a weapon and a shooting case, and if they thought he was involved in the shooting, they would have charged him with it. He's alleged to have had a gun there at the scene when the shooting happened. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting, that he discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even involved in it. My understanding is there was some type of skirmish. From what I've seen from the internet, no, I've talked to him. He wants a bond. He wants to get out. He wants to clear his name.
Does Cameron Joshua know who shot Takeoff?
We will discuss that with the DA's office if we decide to.
What do you mean if he decides to?
Well, everybody has the opportunity to discuss those matters if they choose to.
Does the gun he was carrying match anything at the scene? Have the police told you anything about ballistics?
I'm not familiar with anything associated with the ballistics.
To confirm some of the speculations out there, the event was a private party. There was a lucrative dice game that went on at the event. There was an argument that happened afterwards outside the bowling alley, which led to the shooting. I can tell you that Takeoff was not involved in playing in the dice game. He was not involved in the argument that happened outside. He was not armed. He was an innocent bystander.
Patrick Xavier Brown, 33 years old. He was charged with the murder of Takeoff. Brown was arrested again yesterday evening in the 14700 block of Sterling Green Boulevard. It's located on the east side of Texas. I'm sorry, of Houston. Again, Cameron Joshua, 22 years old, was arrested on November the 22nd for felon in possession of a weapon. I'm going to turn it over.
You know, essentially we had to rely on a large volume of video surveillance evidence that came in, and cell phone videos and audio, things that surfaced over time in some cases that weren't available immediately. We had to sift through all of that and use physical evidence and use shooting reconstruction and confirm a lot of our ballistic evidence, what weapons were involved, things of that nature. And through that, we were able to deduce that Patrick Clark is the lethal shooter in the case. And that's why he's being charged with murder.
Arrested. We see his picture attached to this one. How is he connected to this case? What's his status?
He was there on the scene and he was in possession of a weapon. He's a felon. Okay.
So did Mr. Clark lose the dice game, or was that like a motive of this?
We're still investigating that, and we're not able to discuss it right now. Just the dice games.
Can you go into more specifics about how you actually connected Mr. Clark with either the gun or bullet or whatever?
Yeah, not today. As the time comes, we will. All right.
Was it Joshua's gun that was used in this crime?
We're not going to discuss that right now. It's still active in investigation. We told you, and just not a whole lot of details. The main thing right now, he's in custody. He's arrested and he's charged for this murder. Still some work to be done on it. but we're not going to go in any farther than we've already went on the investigation. Go ahead.
Tried him as Takeoff as a bystander. Can you say at all where he was situated in terms of where the gunman was? Was it
No, we won't go into it, but he was actually on the scene, and we all know it. There is some video out there, but we're going to stay away from specifics right now.
So earlier today, technically you begin this video tomorrow in the morning, but there was a comment that was made that was very profound, and it absolutely points to a RICO coming if they can connect it all. Now, what people have to understand about a RICO before we go any further, make sure you subscribe, turn on that bell to stay notified, so when I drop this content, you'll catch it live. All it has to do is be 2 activities, just 2, in furtherance of the game. Anything could be in furtherance of the game. If I beat you up and I kick you, that's a felony. And I bang whatever I bang, homie, this to whatever to whatever. All right, cool. That's in furtherance of the game. Now, since that felony happened, if I do something else to you, that's a felony as well. That's 2. That's a RICO. That's going to be involved in anybody else that reps the game that I rep, and then they do 2 or more crimes as well. And sometimes they'll just enact the RICO as a felony. So you can sometimes do 1 crime, and then boom, it'll drop on you a whole entire RICO. If you're wondering the clip that I'm talking about, here you go right here.
Shooting in 2018 at a club where someone was killed.
That's part of the investigation. I mean, we'll get it out to you.
Mr. Clark involved in a shooting in 2018 at a club where someone was killed.
That's part of the investigation. I mean, we'll get it out to you.
Timing here, I mean, we've boiled it down to over 30 people that were standing outside. We have an exact number, but we're not going to put that out. When the shooting happened, literally every single one of those people left the scene without giving a statement to police. We found a few of them that night. We found others since then. But it's important that those people come forward, and we're still looking to talk to a lot of those people, and we will be looking to find you. It will be easier if you come find us. It'll be easier for you. It'll be easier for us as well. So
the police chief and the head investigator couldn't get their story straight. I'm just going to use white and black because they was white and black. The white guy said, hey, we got ballistics, we got all of this stuff and everything like that that proves that DJ Pat was the one who killed him. Then you had the black officer come out and actually say, well, can't really say that because, you know, you asked the question of, do you have the video that shows where Takeoff was standing? No. Basically, can you emphatically prove that Lil Kim had nothing to do with this? No. Can't. So Lil Kim is not off the hook. What they're pointing to is a couple of things. They figure they got one of the shooters. The second thing is witness intimidation. That was what that whole conference was about. DJ Pat has a name, not only in Texas, but throughout the East Coast and the Midwest. So what they're saying is, I don't care if you Mob Tie, I don't care nothing. And you can hear the frustration and the annoyance in the doggone mayor's voice. I'm not going to play it because it just sounds kind of sleepy right now. But bruh, you ain't got to worry about it. They're coming. This is far from over. And they already talked about a shooting in 2018. Bro, all they had to do was string along, and catch all those. If the same people keep on popping up in pictures and videos, we don't call that coincidence. We call that evidence. And that's the difference. But hey, if I earned your follow, if I earned your subscription, I appreciate you highly. If I didn't, tell me what I did wrong. Tell me needs for improvement. If everybody agree, we might actually implement that. But I appreciate you spending time with me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Y'all expect me to keep it real? Because you know that I will. I do this daily, baby. Check out the Nightly Nash podcast. Also, Street and Music City Nash if you have not. It's on all streaming platforms. Guaranteed you're going to find something you like. Probably like that overly thugging freestyle. Or maybe something different. Let me know in the comments. We possibly shoot that music video.